Comic Impact. Welcome to another episode of Did You Catch All That? Now, you'll notice that we're not in our normal place.
Yeah.
How weird.
It's kind of weird.
It's uncomfortable.
But we want to have a discussion with you, and that's why we set you down at the big people table. You need to tell.
It's time that you moved out of our basement.
Yeah, and you need to tell more of your friends about us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's like a share button right here. Facebook, Twitter,
yeah,
Google Plus. All that stuff.
Anything else?
Sure.
Anything
Google
else?
Plus.
Because everyone.
Listen to the podcast.
Listen to the podcast.
Share us.
That's why we set you down at the table.
Mm-hmm. And please get your shit out of our basement. It's like getting really awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you need to find a job.
Get rid of those Star Trek figures, Sheldon.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. Look, we're talking to them, not me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
I'm under control.
One too many ninja stars.
Yeah.
A few. And do you need that many nunchucks?
This is a weird
Honestly.
intervention. I know.
This is a weird intervention, we know.
But it needs to be said.
It needs
Because
to be
we
said.
love you.
And
We
we
do.
want you to move on with your life in the way of sharing
Mm-hmm.
and caring things that you
Exactly.
love. Like us.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So, welcome to a new episode. We're gonna let Susan get out of here for a second. And
Yeah, I have to
prepare
go
for her.
freshen up and, get ready for my
Powder your
girls.
nose.
Yeah.
Do your
Yeah.
girly
Do
stuff.
girl stuff.
Have fun.
Okay.
Simon, let's talk about pros and cons. So,
Alright. Well, cons. Let's do that.
tell the nice
It
folks.
feels weird. Like.
Do you want me to? I'll tell them. I'll
Okay.
tell them because you got a lot of stuff on your mind with the pro side, and I
Mhm.
understand with what the recent deaths and the changes coming up and that. sort of
But
thing.
mention the cons. Let's go for it.
So first of all, if you've been watching the site, and you better have been, this is why we brought you at the table.
Right here.
If you've been watching the site, then you know that we just covered WonderCon.
It was fun.
So that was this month.
Yeah.
So that totally counts.
10 interviews.
10. And it was a wonderful little con. It's different because they had it in Anaheim this
Right.
year. So slightly different.
Might stay in Anaheim. I think they might.
You think it might?
Hmm.
I know the people in San Francisco will not be pleased about that.
Yeah. But, Anaheim
we'll
really
see.
wants it.
We'll see. And then we have Emerald City coming up
This weekend.
this weekend.
What are you doing?
You should be there.
You should be on a plane
I hope-
watching us.
I hope you're watching this on your iPad in between looking at your Comixology stuff, Comixology.
Interview with them.
I know, check it
WonderCon.
out, WonderCon. Again, back to cons. There's going to be a lot more cons coming up, and we're going to try to cover as many as possible. We won't be able to get to C2E2,
Cedos.
and a few of the other ones, but we're going to try to get the ones that we can get to.
Alright.
I'll be
let's-
in New York.
Susan will be in New York.
I'll be at the New York one.
Susan will be in New
Okay.
York. So if you have been cyber stalking Susan, you know where to look.
Talking about that,
New Yorkers.
interview with Scott Snyder.
Well, that wasn't really. It seemed like a mutual stalking.
Yeah.
It seemed,
Gabriel Batista interview.
that was weird.
That was awesome.
Why don't you tell us about the pros section of this?
Alright. I'll start with the good news. Mark
Okay.
Waid, Chris Samney.
I love them both.
Do you like The Rocketeer?
I love the Rocketeer, Simon.
Then you'll love IDW.
I already
Point
do.
out.
I already do.
Hey, I love IDW for many reasons, and one of my favorite books finally comes to America, Judge Dredd. I am the law. This is, obviously because of the new movie coming out.
Sure.
We don't know if it's reprints, we don't know if it's new stuff. Should be interesting. Sadly, the art world, not even the comic world, really lost someone.
The art world did lose someone, Simon.
Yes,
Yeah.
a Frenchman like me,
Frenchman
a
like
Français. Do you want to tell the people?
Why don't you give a little bit of an obituary for him in French?
In French?
Yes, in French.
Alors, on va parler de l'homme qui a fait le design de beaucoup de dessins animés, beaucoup de trucs intéressants comme Aliens, comme Blade Runner, tout ça.
I'm miming because that's what French people do.
Okay. We lost a great one. On a perdu un très beau artiste qui était super. Sheldon, who was it?
It's Mobius.
That's right. Sad.
Yeah. So the artwork did lose a great, and maybe Simon will do a little article about him.
Maybe.
I knew you were talking about that.
In French?
No, in English.
Hug me right.
Hey, Comic Impact, Susan here. Got a nice cup of coffee while I talk to you about some girl on girls. First off, the return of one of my favorite girls happened this month in Green Lantern #7. Carol Ferris finally put on her Star Sapphire ring. First time she's done it in the New 52, so I'm pretty excited about that considering, I rock this. So pretty much love Carol Ferris. In addition to her, I didn't talk about Supergirl this month on the podcast, so I can get into a little bit there. Something that I love was the cliffhanger in this particular issue because of the fact that she may or may not have a new unknown enemy because one of the clones was missing in these world killers, so that's exciting. Still, I'm upset with the whole Batwoman and Batgirl situation, but you know, maybe that'll be remedied. I do have to mention, I know this isn't a girl book in particular, but now a woman is writing Green Arrow, and anytime we can get a woman writing a, you know, mainstream comic book, I'm happy with it. So, Saga, we have Fiona, not only is that Fiona Staples, like one of the best and like most amazing artists out there, there's also a very strong female character in Saga. So there's a whole lot out there. If you like girls, whether you like girls writing, drawing, or as characters, pick up a cup of coffee and get a stack of girl comics and just give me a call. We'll talk. We'll talk girl comics.
Hey, Comic Impact, guess what? I have some issues. Well, I have several, but right now, I would like to talk to you about the amazing Batman and Robin #7, Patrick Gleason on the amazing artwork. Who's writing this again? Peter Tomasi. Come on, we all love Tomasi, right? It's pretty amazing. So, Damian's been kind of an a-hole for a while, but you kind of actually feel sorry for this. It's really good. It's the end of the story arc, but, you know, the Night of the Owls are coming. Damian's going to play a big part, I have a feeling. Go pick it up. Comic stores or, you know, Comixology. iPad, iPhone, anything. I have issues.
Hey, Comic Impact, Sheldon here with Comics on Film. Not a whole lot happened this month. Everything is kind of leading up to Dark Knight and The Avengers and Amazing Spider-Man, which comes out later in July. But this is all kind of leading up to that, so things are starting to trickle out a little bit less. We've seen some, you know, more promotional photos of The Avengers and stuff like that. Not a whole lot. There have been a few new trailers, and AMC theaters have actually announced doing like a marathon of most, I won't say all the Marvel movies, but most of them that lead up to a midnight showing, I'm guessing, of The Avengers. So that should be pretty good. Aside from that, not a whole lot else. I'm excited for the summer for movies because look, you're going to have Dread, you're going to have Amazing Spider-Man, you're going to have Avengers, you're going to have Batman. It's going to be a pretty packed summer, so I hope to see you guys there in theaters, and as always, I'm Sheldon, and I will see you at the movies.
Hey Comic Impact, it's Susan, and I'm hiding in this corner right here because I feel safe, because two of the most amazing mainstream horror comics are crossing over this month. I, Vampire and Justice League Dark, Joshua Hale Fialkov and Peter Milligan crossing over. Madame Xanadu has felt the presence of Andrew dying, and vampires, not people, are rising. And we need the magic of the Justice League Dark to help, because the world is going to end. And it's scary. So I've gone to my happy place. And it's all going to be okay. It's all going to be okay. It's all going to be okay. Don't sing the song. Just don't sing the song. Just do your issues like a normal person.
Can I go?
Yeah, you can go. Just don't sing the song.
Susan.
Okay. Hey.
What time is it?
Adventure time!
That's right. Kaboom, which is the kid version of regular Kaboom, has put out an excellent comic featuring Finn and Jake and their continuing adventures. It's a lot of fun. We even have a great cover done by our friend Chris Houghton from a little comic that Simon loves.
Reed Gunther, that's right. He does a lot of the covers. He's just selling out everywhere. It's written by Zach Gorman, and it's Lucy Kinsley.
I'm going to say yes.
Sure.
But it's a great little comic, and I recommend you get it. If you like Adventure Time, you will love this.
Sweet.
Hey, Comic Impact. On shelves now. So, there's this big Marvel event, apparently. Avengers versus X-Men. We'll talk about that in events coming up. But I haven't read this, Children's Crusades, but it's finally available in hardcover. It took, 2 years to finally finish? I'm kind of interested in seeing what's going to happen. I'm going to go and actually read it. And also, X-Men Season 1 came out. It's available both digitally and as a nice hardcover. It has some gorgeous, gorgeous Jamie McKellen artwork. It would be nice to see Jamie McKellen on a regular X-Men book or any Marvel book. But Children's Crusades, apparently this was good. I don't know, it took like 6 years to come out, to finish the miniseries. I'm gonna go get the hardcover now. I'm done. Bye. It's been real. Get out of our basement!
See, Comic Impact, this is what happens when you leave our basement and you come out into the sunshine where it's lovely and beautiful. You know what also happens in spring? Things bloom, things grow. You may say things are created. This is the creator-owned segment of the show. I'm like really excited because I realize that a lot of my pile now has become creator-owned books. Books like Heart by Blair Blair, you know that I love you. I'm sorry I messed up your name. Blair Butler. It's a tongue twister, a little bit, Blair. But like I said, love your book, love Heart, love that it was a 4-part series that finished up. I hope you write more in the future. Peter Panzerfaust by Curtis Weeb with art by Tyler Jenkins is fantastic. Like, oh my God, how creative are those two? It's just it's so much love goes into everything that they do. The 30 Days of Night series is just amazing. Plus, Steve announced 2 more books with Image that are going to be creator-owned. One with Scott Morse, and one is called Chin Music. And I hope that that's not the same book, because one's Crime and Terror, and I know that that's Scott Morse, and then the other one is Chin Music, and I forget the artist, but Steve will tell me.
Tony Harris.
It's Tony Harris. Is it really? Wow, even more of a reason to read that book. So lots of amazing things are happening. Spring has sprung with creator-owned, so let's all embrace it. Also, No Place Like Home, another amazing creator-owned book based on The Wizard of Oz. So let's all read, put something creator-owned in your pile this week. Like, challenge yourself to do that, because there's amazing stuff out there. It's not all capes and tights. So read something new and different. Hey Comic Impact, I have issues, and I'm Susan. Do you guys know that? Does anyone know that I'm Susan? Anyway, I have issues of Nightwing this month because I thought that Nightwing didn't get enough love on the podcast because Batman was the pick, and Batman was awesome, but Nightwing, I think, showed a whole lot more of backstory, and I liked the message that Dick Grayson is sending out to the Bat universe, which is like, no, it's about choices. The choices that we make define us. And by Dick choosing the whole life of Batman and being first Robin, then Nightwing, then Batman, now Nightwing again, I just thought that it was awesome. Kyle Higgins is doing a great job with writing it, and I'm just really loving me some Nightwing right now. And you know what's awesome about that? I hate Dick Grayson. How many times have I called myself a Batman purist by not liking Dick Grayson?
A lot.
A lot. So you know what? Maybe Flash is next. Maybe I actually do like speedsters, but I've been stubborn.
Very young for president.
Whatever. Thanks, Kyle, for getting me to like Nightwing, getting me to like Dick Grayson. So there's that. Until next month.
All right, Comic Impact. That's it. We've given you plenty of reasons to go out there and make something of yourself.
The outside is nice.
The outside is nice.
It's beautiful.
You can make your own stuff. We got you some on shelves now.
Exactly.
Some pros and cons, things to do.
Exactly.
Hey. We also mentioned digital comics, so you can go out of your basement and read them as you're
Wherever
maybe
you
going
want.
on a flight. Like, maybe someone's going to Portland in a couple weeks.
Yeah, maybe take a trip.
Something like that. Take a trip.
Yeah.
Take a trip. Go out. See the beauty of the world. Take with you what you have learned here.
Your knowledge.
Sure. And share it.
Power is knowledge.
Share it
Mm-hmm.
by clicking that button on the bottom.
Or like.
Or like, because you like us, because we let you live in our basement
Sure.
for so long.
Sure, but it doesn't mean we don't care about you.
It means-
We care enough to want you to be something more. Comic
You can
Impact.
We
be
believe
great.
in you.
We do
You
believe
can be
in you.
great.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel it right here.
We can be heroes just for one day.
Just for
Thanks,
one
David
day.
Bowie.
All right, Comic Impact.
Next month, we don't want to see you here.
No.
No, we absolutely do.
Well, we want to see you here, but not in our basement.
Yeah.
That's better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next month, it's back to business as usual. So we're hoping you're back at it. So get out of there. Enjoy the nice summer coming spring air. I don't
It's
know.
LA. It's always summer here.
Come on. Sorry,
That's
Wyoming.
our little technical trick.
Yeah.
Maybe
and hey.
Sheldon will be in a bikini.
Maybe I will.
This is getting weird.
It is getting weird. All right,
will
we'll
be
see you
very
next month.
weird.
Until then, enjoy your Easter or
And-
your non-denominational holiday.
Zombie Jesus.
And zombie Jesus, yes.
And-
Subscribe to the podcast.
And did you catch all that?
Oh!